Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about how to journalize transactions into a 5-column journal. Now we've already talked about the 2-column journal. We've already talked about looking at a transaction and identifying the debit and credit parts. And now we're just going to put it into the 5-column journal. The 5-column journal looks kind of like this. And let's get started. Let's start with the date of October 1st. And the first transaction is received cash from the owner as an investment, $10,000. Well, we know that we're receiving cash, so cash gets the debit. We know that owner capital is going to go up by credit here. So let's just go ahead and do this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in here owner capital, getting a credit of 10,000. And then over here in the cash column, we could just put 10,000 right here in the cash column. In the 2-column journal, it might look something like this. Cash, getting the debit of 10,000. Owner capital, getting the credit of 10,000. All the 5-column journal does is it makes this a lot easier because it's only one line and cash gets its own special account. Okay, the next one is receive cash on account from Justin Bieber, $350. So we're receiving cash. No, cash gets the debit of 350, and this is going to be an AR. The AR is going down by credit for 350. We have a cash debit and a general credit. Okay. Moving on to number 3. Paid cash for supplies, $150. Supplies goes up by debit, cash goes down by credits. Notice how in all these transactions, there's one debit and one credit. Number 4, paid cash for insurance, $1,200. Prepaid insurance, like any asset, goes up by debit, cash is going down, and it'll go down by credit. 5th one, bought supplies on account from Smith Enterprises, $550. Okay, so supplies gets the debit here of $550, and we are buying from them, so it's going to be an AP, and the accounts payable is going to go up by credit. Since there's no cash or sales involved, this column stays empty, and these columns stay empty because neither sales nor cash are involved here. This is going to be a 2-line transaction because the first line is going to be supplies getting the debit. The second line is going to be AP getting the credit. Number 6, paid cash on account to Smith Enterprises, $300. So we owed them $550, paying them back $300, let's say. Paid cash. So cash goes down by $300. That's a credit. AP Smith's is going to go down by a $300 debit. Again, debit and credit, each involved. Next one, received cash from sales, $775. We receive the cash, so cash gets the debit, and sales gets the credit. Look, it already says sales credit right here. So we know this is going to be a credit, whatever this number is. The other part has to be either cash debit or maybe an AR debit, but it's going to be a debit either way because the sales got the credit already filled. Since both of these columns are in use and we already have both parts of the transaction mapped out here, journalized, we can just kind of put an X in here only because we're not going to need these columns right here, these general columns. All right, we go down to number 8. Paid cash to owner for personal use, $120. Paid the cash of $120. That's a credit, and owner drawing is going to be the account here. Bring us to October 9th. And we got paid cash for rent, $1,500. Paying the cash. And the 10th says sold services on account to Taylor Swift, $615. Sales are involved for $615. And we know sales is getting the credit. So the other thing has to be a debit. And we're making the sale. Someone's going to owe us money. It's going to be Taylor Swift. $615. We have a credit and a debit in each one of these transactions here. Now, after the month is over, I always like to do this. I always take the last day of the month. Let's just say this is the case here. I'm going to put the word totals in here, and I'm going to add up each of the columns individually. I'm going to copy and paste that. It's a lot easier if you use the Excel formulas. I'm going to make these yellow so we can see our totals here. Now, I have on this journal file, a little part here, a little box to the right, where we can kind of check our debit and credit totals. So let's do that real quick. My general debit is 4435. My general credit is 10,900. Sales has only a credit, 1390. Cash 11,125 debit and 3270 of credit. What I'll do now is add these up. These debit totals here, and they do match up at 15,560 each. This little box right here will be yes if these two match up. It'll be no if they don't. Now, understand that just because these numbers match up does not necessarily mean your journal is correct. You might have a debit, but in the wrong column. So your debits and credits would equal out, but you might not have the right money in the right account. But it's a good kind of starting point. So you can see that my debits equal credits. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.